How you doing, folks? I'm Trenius, Henderson. You're tuned in. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. Oh my God, I've been waiting to do this topic all day long. A friend on Instagram hit me up, was like, Trenius, you need to talk about this because what is going on with Kanye West needs to be explained. Somebody needs to explain it in a way that people can understand it. And that's what I'm about to do, folks. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to explain the situation with Kanye West the most easiest way the average brain can actually understand it. Okay, and so life path number 11, Kanye West is an 11 too. If I'm not mistaken, life path number 11. For those of you who don't know what life path number 11 is, it's something that you study in numerology. When you add up your whole birth date, when you add up your birth date, you trickle down. If you simplify the numbers to a single digit, it's just like horoscopes. If you're a Gemini, Cancer, or a Taurus, it's the same thing with life path numbers. It's just more about finding about what your capabilities and abilities are and what you come with in your package as a person. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say life path number 11. Is if you hear me say that throughout this video, but I do want to say this. Me personally, I am not biased. Let me go ahead and put this out there. I am not biased, meaning that if I say anything in explaining Kanye West in this situation, folks, it is not to defend my race. It is not to defend my culture. It is not to defend my lifestyle. You know what I mean? It is not to defend anybody, outside of how I was raised as a human being. I came out to be who I am right here by God's blueprint. I did not have a choice, folks. This is just who I am. And it's the same with you, and it's the same with everybody else. Nobody had a choice to say, this is what color I want to be, this is what creed I want to represent, this is what culture I'm from, and this is the part of the country that I want to be from. We just came into this thing and started ticking, folks. Let me clear this up. Okay, so do not be offended. Do not be offended, and I do not want any negative comments on this video, because if I'm not coming at you in a negative way, you know what I mean? Don't come at me in a negative way, okay? So let's reciprocate back positive energy, and then we can help understand this thing, in a much deeper perspective. But I do want to say this. First of all, 99.9% of people are good people, folks. Everybody's good. Even people that are so-called, that the world calls them convicted felons, people that are just so-called off the chains, off the hook. Yeah, most people are taught to be bad, folks. Most people are taught things like such as racism. A baby could never know to be racist growing up. Not unless somebody teaches that kid that. Not unless that child sees that that's the behavior that the people around that child is doing. So that is what that kid lives to believe. Okay? You see how I'm playing this out a little bit here? So if you got a person like Kanye West up here on TMZ, by the way, I put a comment up on TMZ's video today, the full-fledged interview of Kanye West on TMZ today, and people went bananas. And a lot of people liked it, and I'm assuming a lot of people watching this video right now. And so that's another reason why I'm making this video. But anyway, folks, you got to think, why is this man named Kanye West sitting up here talking about all this stuff about, wearing hats, about Make America Great and Donald Trump and all this and that. He always got something to say. He always getting up and speaking his mind. Why did he get on stage and steal Taylor Swift award, her very special moment? Why did he do these things? You gotta, okay, folks, we know what he did. We know the things that he's capable of. We know that, right? Okay, let's keep that over here for a second. Now, let's act like a lawyer. Let's try to think in a defendant's perspective rather than being a plaintiff, okay? If you have a very sharp mind, you can think from both sides of the spectrum without just taking one side and saying, oh, this side is wrong because I've been believing this side ever since I knew what this side was all about. No, let's take it from another perspective. Why is this man, you gotta ask yourself, why is he doing it? What causes him to be the way he is? Why is he saying all this stuff that nobody understands? Okay, we know these two things. We know that people don't like the things that he's saying, and we got to ask ourselves, why is he saying it? Okay, you really want to know the answer, right? Okay, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. And if you don't like it, oh well. But this is just my opinion. He's saying these things because there's something that he sees from his perspective of reality. Okay, everybody has a different perspective of reality, folks. You, me, all of us. And that's the problem with our world now. That's why we can't get along. That's why we can't look at the other races and be like, oh, you're my brother and you're my sister. We can't do that because we see different perspectives in everything. And so we have a hard time processing that information of differentness and uniqueness because nobody is capable of being us to see it from our very own perspective. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? So what we live in a world full of unique beings and unique individuals. And it just so happened that a few unique people who had the same unique traits just stuck together and called themselves this. And then you had another group of people who stick together and they call themselves Muslims because they believe in this. And then you have another cluster of people that want to be found, and so they get related to people that's close to them, and then they call themselves, oh, we're Christians. We're Christians. You know, and that's the world we live in because everybody is so unique and everybody is so different that it's hard for us to like find people who can relate to us, so we cling to the hottest thing that is just like us. And so if nothing is like that group or that clique that we're in, everything else outside of that is against us. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I mean, it's just like anything. It's like all the clubs and the organizations in the world. The reason why they're a club and they're an organization is because they all have the same beliefs about the things that they believe in life. You know what I mean? And in their reality. Okay, so back to Kanye West. This is how Kanye West, listen, folks, listen what I'm telling you now. Listen what I'm telling you. Don't go against me yet. Don't judge me right just yet. Folks, Kanye West sees something from, he sees the perspective of all things. Because every time he gets up and makes statements, it's always about how we all can do this together, how we all need to be thinking on the same page, how we all are not vibrating at the highest level of consciousness, how we all need to understand that this is real, this really exists. He always talks from a perspective of where it's not, he's never really, you got to think, he's never really particularly judging anybody, you know what I'm saying? But he just speaks from a perspective of, I think that we all believe that this was the right decision that should have been made. You see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I give you, like, now listen, I don't back none of the actions that he take in order to get the point across. I really truly believe that Kanye West could have a better way of putting his points across, but I'm not Kanye West, you know, and so what fuels him to actually get up and make the initiative to act and do the things the way he does, that's him. That's him. But I would say, yes, I disagree with his approach. I disagree with the way he's, you know, taking the stand to make this difference. I honestly totally believe that he should just put all of the stuff that he's thinking more into his music. Because at the beginning of the day, he was an artist. And that's what we know him as, is an artist. And I kind of really do think that he has jumped outside of his box as being, you know, a musical artist, you know, into like the public eye as like somebody that should be respected of their opinion when people know you as an artist. When you come into the public eye, you know, in this form and fashion, this is what people are expecting you to be for them, not unless you have the ability to transform into another profession right in the eyes of the public. See what I'm saying? Kanye West. I have to say this, bro. I personally don't think, I mean, I know you make clothes and all this stuff, you know, and I know you got a lot of trends and stuff that you created. You started a lot of things, man. I mean, you actually are one of my persons that I look up to. You know what I mean? Because you're very creative. I like your creative juices. Graduation album, I loved it. You know what I mean? Pablo, I loved it. You know, Yeezus, I loved it. Even though that's when you got to a point where a lot of people stopped understanding you, because as an artist, you have to know how far to take your audience. You know, when people, like for instance, me, I'm a YouTuber. I would never start just making comedy videos. Like all of a sudden, like tomorrow. I would never just stop what I'm doing and just start to make comedy videos all of a sudden. Why? Because that's not what my subscribers know me as. I'm known as a self-realization guy. I'm known as a person who talks about intuition and consciousness and self-development and positive energy. So for me to just stop doing that and just start talking about this, I'm pretty sure that my subscribers would shun me. They would shun me because I have not worked my way into that level of, that field of art, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like you have to treat people with the utmost respect, when it comes down to winning their respect. It's just like meeting a woman, like and courting a woman before you actually ask her if you want to go to my house or not. You know what I mean? Like, it's about courtship. And so I think that Kanye West actually skipped a lot of those steps and just like put his opinion out there in the public and expects the public to just eat it right away when they don't know the ingredients that the chef used to make this meal. You feel me? I mean, it looks good. It's gourmet. I like Kanye. And one of the persons like me, I actually understand what type of ingredients that he putting in the meal that I'm about to receive. You know what I'm saying? But I'm using analogies, folks, but he's not wrong, folks. He's not wrong. What the guy's doing is stating his opinion. Now, everybody's always entitled to their own opinion. Absolutely. But if you're one of the person who wants to believe in what he's saying, so be it. Believe in what he's saying. But what we have is a lot of people who don't believe in what Kanye West is saying, and they are shunning him for his own opinion, which is wrong. You cannot get mad at somebody because that's the way they think or that's the things that they believe in. If you don't agree with the things that Kanye West is saying, then your life will still be good, okay? He's not destroying your life. Not unless you are a fan of his and you don't understand where he's coming from now versus his music that you used to listen to. But the same person's music that you used to listen to is the same person that's talking right now outside of his music. But it may not be in a way that you could understand because you're not really hearing the artist being the artist anymore. What you're hearing is Kanye West's personal lifestyle. It's just like any other actor, entertainer, celebrity, anchor, news host, commentator, whatever you call yourself to be on TV. It's just like all them other people that have a career in entertainment. You are listening to a small part of these people that you look up to. Like, I already know this, like musicians that you look up to. You're looking at a small aspect of them, folks. You don't know what their personal life is like and how they really truly think. But we respect these people because the art they are able to do. I respect Kanye because the art and the music that he's able to make as a Life Path number 11. However, I have to disagree with the way that he's implementing his own personal beliefs into the public. As like the public, this is what you should believe. Because Kanye, what you have to believe is that everybody is cut from a different cloth, bro. I mean, yes, we are all human beings. I understand you, Kanye. We are all a part of humanity's and God's great plan. And we should all just love, 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 love. But that would defeat the whole purpose of learning how to love if we never had anything to learn from. That's the beauty of life, if you ask me. The beauty of life is just these challenges that we are facing right now in our world. You know, the ups, the downs, the roller coaster, the thrills, the highs, the lows, the angry moments, the sad moments, you know, the happy moments where you're elated. That's a part of life. I too am a person who believes in like making the world a better place, making ourselves better so that we can make other people's lives better, in the world a better place. But at the end of the day, I know I'm not God. I'm not God. But I do the best that I can to try to make people's lives better than even my own life. You know, and so what Kanye West is trying to implement is his heroism. You know, he's trying to be like this hero for our world, folks. If you really want to know what he's trying to do and what he's doing, what he's going through, Kanye West wants to be a hero. I mean, it's not even that he wants to be a hero. He just has the spirit of positive energy, and he's an artist. He's a full blown artist. You know, he's a full blown artist. A lot of people thought Picasso was crazy. You know, a lot of people thought Michelangelo was crazy, painting shit up in the ceiling and stuff on top of sculptures and stuff. You know, these people was crazy. A lot of people thought Einstein was crazy when he was like, oh, I can think of, I got the square root of plus 5. That people thought, what the hell is you talking about? You're going to put that with that, and you're talking about you're going to connect the stars with that, and the stars is -2 times the exponent of what the hell is you talking about? This is bizarre. See, when you are like at that level of like genius, and I'm gonna give it to you, Kanye. Kanye is a genius, but we all are genius. It's just that Kanye has I don't know, he's found his inner genius to where it's like only he can understand it. We're not made to understand his genius, not unless it just resonates with us and we just understand it. I'm a person who recognizes Kanye for who he really is behind the music, versus just always taking what, you know, the music is he's doing with the music with face value and just judging him off of music. I can see through people really easy. And Kanye is a full blown artist. And you know, most artists, folks, I'm an artist. I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta. Most artists, folks, they just have this loving kindred spirit. So, and it's always about like loving people and loving things and positive energy and creating and making the world better. All just straight humanitarian stuff. So you don't have to worry about Kanye being a bad person or doing anything bad. One thing that Kanye does do is he, just like all other artists, they get upset when people don't respect their work. And I guess him telling the public, you know, how he really feels about his own beliefs and how he thinks everybody else should believe what he believes in, you know, I think that he gets upset and he rants and stuff. Who doesn't get upset when they're not understood? But see, that's the problem y'all got to understand out there, folks. Your opinion and what you believe in is not for everybody else to believe in, folks. I had a hard time understanding that, like, on my journey and just, you know, becoming more of a man, and the older I get, you know, I started to realize, you know, what I believe in is not for everybody to believe. It's a lot of people who think I'm crazy. I had a person call me like super duper weird the other day, and I'm just like, okay, you don't understand me. And the person is like, no, you're not like us. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry that I'm not like y'all. And I guess I'll just continue to be me then. But it didn't hurt me. It didn't hurt me. It didn't make me go rant. It didn't make me want to go rob nobody or kill somebody or steal or shoot nobody or go crazy. I just like kept it where it was at and just kept it moving. You know, but Kanye is like one of those persons where it's like he feels like his art is so prestigious that if you don't respect his opinion, I guess he just goes and blazes a fire. I don't know. To each his own. All I'm saying is that I understand where he's coming from. I'm sorry. And Kanye West is on a whole different level of consciousness. Like, man, when I say different level of consciousness, I'm not saying he's better than nobody or lower than nobody. He's just in a different space with his thinking. He's just in a different space. We're all in our own spaces with thinking because don't nobody think like you. You can proudly say, don't nobody think like you. It just so happened that Kanye West is in the public eye for the simple fact that he made great music and he gets a chance to talk about the things that he thinks about. He's no different from you or me. If you was in the public eye and you was stating your honest opinions and you wasn't afraid to do it like Kanye West is, but most people are afraid to like tell people how they really, really, truly think because they are afraid they'll be judged. They're afraid they're going to be ridiculed. They're afraid they're going to lose their money. They're afraid they're going to start losing their bread. They're not gonna get paid anymore. Companies are gonna be cutting their deals. They're afraid of those type of things. Unfortunately, Kanye is not afraid of speaking his personal, honest opinions. Like I said, we all have these opinions. He's no different from me or you. Just because he's a celebrity don't mean nothing. We just like his music, and it just so happened that a lot of people liked his music at the same time, and then he became famous. He's no different. He's just famous and got a lot of money. It's no different. Okay, so all these people that are going against Kanye and calling him crazy, nutso, whatever. You know what? You would be called a nutso too if you weren't afraid to state how you really felt about life. because I'm pretty sure you and I can both vouch for this. But I'm pretty sure that there will be a lot of people who don't like your opinions, because you know why? This is the world we live in. So if you was like Kanye, if you had that platform to like really state the things that you really truly believe in, like we all don't have, because we don't have that big platform like that, then you're gonna get ridiculed too by a lot of people. By a lot of people. And it's only gonna be a little bit of people who be like, I understand what you're saying. 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 But let me say this for the record, because I wanna clear up the race thing too. Let me say this for the end of the record. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you like this video, you think this video is good, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, folks. I'm Trenius Henderson of the infamous Living Room Network. I make self-development, self-realization videos every 24 hours, every day. I'm uploading like 2 videos a day. So go ahead and subscribe over in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and right up under this video below, thumbs up, thumbs down symbol on the right of it, subscribe, folks. Make sure you hit the bell so that you can get these videos uploaded to your cell phone every single day. But let me go ahead and clear up this race thing for y'all. Listen, what did I say at the very beginning of the video? I am not on nobody's side. I'm biased. Even though I'm considered a black African American, folks, you know what? Like I said, I was born into the heritage of an African American. If I had a chance to do my blueprint before I got into this world, I wouldn't want to be nothing. I'd be like, God, what can I do? How can you make me so that I can be equal to everybody? You know what I mean? But I didn't. So here I am. I'm probably a white man on the inside of my skin. I'm probably a white man. I'm probably biracial. I'm probably mixed. I'm probably Chinese, but I got an American accent. I'm probably Japanese, but I just learned English like last year, and I just do so good talking. I'm probably all of that. But my skin like makes me this, where it's like y'all gonna call me black. Y'all gonna call me black. I mean, look, I got on the black shirt. I mean, duh. But anyway, it's like this. It's like this, folks. It's like this. Let's put it like this. And I ain't trying to step on nobody's toe, because I love everybody. All of us, like I said, all of us were born into the races that we were born into, folks, right? We were. And so, like I said, if anybody was taught racism, folks, I can proudly say that was a learned behavior. Because I ain't never run around a baby and they just be like, don't come around me. Don't come around me. You black. You black. Mama. The rattles and stuff shaking. Mama, they black. They black. I ain't never, I might have seen it on TV when I was watching Baby Kids or something like that, but I ain't never seen a baby be racist. So this racism stuff is all learned behaviors. So when it comes down to like Kanye wearing the Make America Great Trump trademark hat, okay, for the simple fact that Donald Trump is a Republican, and for the simple fact that most people don't like Republicans, however many people is most people anyway, of course, if as soon as he put the hat on, all the Democrats, mostly all the Democrats are gonna shun him for that and fetch rocks, because in our society, supposedly most African American people are supposed to be Democrats or something. I don't know. Like me growing up, I was taught and raised not by my parents, but I was just taught and raised to believe by peers and people around me that Republican was for rich people and Democratic was for poor people. That's the only thing I know about politics. Now, for those of you who are scholars in politics and know more about politics than me, this is why I would say speak up, let your voice be heard, and leave a nice comment at the bottom, because I'm going to be honest. When that donkey come up and that elephant or whatever the two animals is, I don't understand nothing. And I barely even be wanting to vote, but so many people will influence you to vote for people you don't even really know. And at the end of the day, we just voting for colors. Like, who's the most poorest candidate that can help the poor people? Oh, who's the candidate that can help the rich people? Yeah. yeah, that fat guy who's white, yeah, he looks like a guy with a lot of money, so I want to vote for him so he can help my bank account out a lot. No, I don't want to vote for this imbecile here because he's a different skin pigmentation and he looks like he would be not the type of guy that would help my life out. But I know about politics. I know all about politics. And that's the world we live in, folks. And so what Kanye was saying was, he was saying this. He was saying, listen what I'm saying, folks. Just can I have a chance, folks? Listen, what he was saying, and I know I can hear it. Some of you are like, oh, no, he shouldn't have been wearing that Make America Great. That's racist, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Donald Trump ain't this and that. Listen, I got you. I'm a cover for you. Check this out. Listen. Would you say Kanye West is real for saying that, you know, the only reason why I'm wearing this hat is because I personally believe, like, I need to make America great again? Okay, for all the people out there who believe in that racism still exists, which I'm backing you too, it does still exist because, you know, a lot of people do go through racist experiences and stuff like that. And so one of the reasons why Kanye West was saying that, you know, I wore the hat because I believe that we should make America great again. He was just speaking for the slogan, folks. He was just speaking for the slogan on the hat. He never said that he backs Donald Trump 100% and he goes to Donald Trump house and drink coffee and they eat cupcakes. And, you know, he never really said that he was like Donald Trump's bestie. He never said that. He just said, you know, I just believe from my own personal perspective, you know, the hat is just a red hat and it's just a hat that says Make America Great Again. How am I wrong for putting on a hat that says Make America Great Again? I just believe it from my own perspective of making America great. I believe that, you know, when it comes down to racism, all this stuff, I just really feel like America could be greater than what we have been showing ourselves, you know, just, you know, with all this stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? And so that's how I took it. I don't know how you took it. See, folks, this is the end of the video right here. We're going to end it right here. This is what we got to understand as people, folks. And if we don't, we'll never get it. Everybody is different. And so when somebody states their opinion, that doesn't mean you have to believe in it. You don't have to believe in anything even I'm saying. But there will still be people who hear my opinion, and even though it don't apply to them, or even though they won't adopt it for themselves, they will still have something to say against my opinion just because they feel like they would be winning brownie points, or just because it would make them feel good because they got to say something in opposition towards the things that I was saying that they didn't disagree with, or agree with. You know what I mean? And so, but the truth of the matter is, folks, you don't have to believe in things that people say, no matter if they're celebrity status or what. You have a choice to believe in what God put in your heart, and your heart only, if you choose. But if you want to give your belief system up to believing in somebody else because you feel like you can learn from him, and I do a lot of times, I learn from a lot of people, and I change my beliefs because I hear somebody's stuff that sounds good to me, and I start believing the same thing they said to me because we believe the same things, and I just switch mine up a little bit to make it like theirs because I feel like that's how connections are made. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to, you know, let anybody get under my skin and make me feel bad about the things I believe in and be talking down on them because they believe in something different from me. That's wasting my energy. I'll be wasting my own energy. If it's that different, and if I don't want to believe in it, I'm gonna keep it over here. I don't even have to say nothing to it. So what? Let other people listen to it and talk junk if they want to. But me personally, that's not even something that I'm even gonna participate in if it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's what I think that's the point that he was making when he said that's why he had on the Make America Great hat again. It ain't got nothing to do with race. Nothing to do with race. But like I said, for the simple fact that that's the hat that Donald Trump wears, that's the hat that a Republican wears. A Republican actually won the seat for presidency. You know, it wasn't a Democrat. And in a lot of people's mind, they automatically like I said, a lot of people automatically see the word Republican and think rich people, and then people see the word Democrat and think poor people. And so for them to see like, I guess for them to see like a black man with a hat that a really rich man wore, who's supposed to be only for the rich people, supposedly only for the rich people, it made a lot of people feel bad, because a lot of people knew that Kanye West was once a poor guy who they don't know who he vote for, or they don't know what Republican Party he is for. But a lot of people automatically puts this in a thinking category of, this is a Democrat wearing a Republican hat, and he talk about make America great again. So I don't think that it was not a racial agenda to put the hat on or anything. I think he meant what he said out his mouth. If he said it out his mouth, then I can't sit here and add stipulations to him that's not true, that I didn't hear him say or I didn't see him do. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see him, like I said, in Donald Trump's house, laying down with Donald Trump with his arm around him in the bed, like, I love you, Donald, you my bestie. Like, I just see him put on that hat and just be like, okay, I'm wearing this hat because it says make America great again, and I just really feel like we can make America more better than what it is. You know what I mean? And then again, you have some people that believe America was already great. So, folks, this could go on and on and on and on and on. This is one of the longest videos I've ever made, for that simple fact that this topic can go on and on and on and on. I usually don't make controversial topics, but only because one of my RIM team members actually told me to make this video, for the simple fact that Kanye West is a life path number 11. What sign is life path? Oh, well, what sign is Kanye West? I think he's a Taurus or something, right? But anyway, he's a life path number 11, though, when you add up his birth date. And he's an 11/2. He's an 11/2 life path. And so if you look up what life path number 11 means, you will see all the things that they say, you know, it means to be a life path number 11, and then you will kind of understand Kanye a little bit more. It's the same thing when you look up your horoscope. When you look up your horoscope and people see that you are this, you know, that's what you expect people to understand you by, is your horoscope. So it's the same thing. Look up Kanye West, life path number 11, or life path number 11 / the number 2, and you will see all the traits that he possesses, and it probably will give you a better insight on what I'm saying and what Kanye West is saying in the excerpt or article or blog that you read information about life path number 11. Again, for everybody, I'm not on nobody's sides. I'm not biased at all. I was just stating from a universal perspective, a generic perspective of what Kanye West was trying to get, the point he was trying to make. And, you know, I was trying to, you know, explain that Kanye West doesn't have ill intentions, although he may get mad. And I also was trying to explain you know, some of the reason why Kanye commits some of the acts that he actually does in the public eye and stuff like that. And I also said that I did not agree with some of the things that he does in the media, you know, and some of the things that he says, the way he says it, because I think that a lot of things that he say is kind of fueled by a little bit of anger, and that's okay, because we all get like that sometimes. However, there's a time and place for everything, and I really truly believe that, you know, Kanye West should put more of this in his music, because it's really great stuff. It's really conscious stuff, and I think that people like Kendrick Lamar, Eminem do a lot of putting those type of beliefs in their music. And so Kanye West, I really want to say this, bro. We looking for more albums. We love you. You're one of my biggest artists. You inspire me all through high school. You inspired me all through high school and college. You know, I was riding to you with my Honda, and I had my 12s in the back with my little hood caps on, with my tinted windows, with my girl in the passenger seat, and she was a Pisces, you know, and I bought her some Nikes, ooh, because she liked me, you know. And so, hey, Kanye West, we love you. I understand where you're coming from. I think a lot of people understand where you're coming from, dude. But you know how people are. I mean, we all have a hard time understanding each other in our society nowadays. And so I don't think that we will ever get to like a one world love type thing ever. And so I think that we should just enjoy life from our own perspectives and stop trying to impress our beliefs on everybody else. So if you want to buy the book on the shelf, so be it. Spend your money, buy the book. I will buy it too, because I like Kanye West's vision, music, and everything Kanye West does. So anyway, I'm Trenius Henderson of the infamous Living Room Network. Thank you so much, Rim Team, for letting me make this video. Kanye West, Life Path number 11. I'll see y'all in the next video. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned.